Yeah, I guess I do. One minute we're fighting him, and the next minute we're helping him. This taxi driver with the suit and tie. Pretty snazzy.
I don't care who killed the prostitutes. If Crane was helping himself to the community coffers, it means his hand was in my pocket, and you just let him go!
I don't know what you heard, but it didn't happen like that.
Are you denying the facts?
She's denying me the chance to get a word in. Now, Miss White,
Sheriff Bigby has returned.
Ah, there's the old wrecking bowl himself.
Bigby, where have you been?
I'm not finished here, Miss White.
You will have to wait. Just one moment, please.
Look what I found.
Seems your dog wants a biscuit.
Wow.
Buffkin, get this piece in the mirror right away.
With pleasure, Miss White.
Finally, things are swinging back in the right direction. Good
Don't
work,
say
Bigby.
that.
You've
You
been
jinx
gone all
things.
day. What did you uncover? I thought you were going to report back to me.
Once the mirror's fixed, we can use it to find that crooked bastard. Or at least wherever he hangs his hat. That's how Crane kept tabs on him. And everybody else. I'd say he was abusing the privilege. He was probably spying on all of us.
He was probably spying on me.
Anyway...
No, it's fine. You did
Ew.
excellent work, Bigby.
Sheriff, I could use your assistance. Would you join me at the mirror?
Puzzle? Are we gonna have to do a puzzle?
Don't go far, Sheriff. I'd like to have a few words of my own with you.
Don't worry. We'll talk soon. You can count on it.
I don't understand. This piece just doesn't want to join the rest. Do you have any idea why?
You got me.
Not necessarily.
Well, where did you find it? What has it gone through since being separated from the rest? Shattering is a very traumatic experience, you know. So this process can be a little touchy.
Had a front row seat to a pretty gnarly brawl at the Lucky Pond. When I found it, it was still in Crane's coat. Last person I saw with Crane or his coat was that psycho Bloody Mary. Maybe she had some...
Ah, yes, Miss White was asking about her. That explains it. You know who and the mirror have a very unhappy history with each other. How would you like it if she tried to use you as a doorway?
I think I already know the feeling.
Well, I think I know how to proceed now. It will just take a little extra coaxing, that's all. Thank you for your help. It could be a while, Sheriff. I'll find you when it's ready. Besides
Okay.
which, he might not want to come out with you watching.
Oh, he doesn't like being spied on.
If you ask me, you're everything that's wrong.
Is it fixed? Did you ask about the Crooked Man?
Buffkin's still working on it. He said it might be a while.
If you're so self-reliant, what do you want from the business office so bad?
What I want is my business.
I can't take those two right now. We're trying to catch a murderer, and they're over there bickering about bureaucracy. We're at war. Don't they realize that?
Do you need some help over there?
Yeah, thanks. Go talk to Toad. But just so you know, we can't pay him. He
Pay him
really
for
needs to
what?
go to the farm, you know. So just break the news and be done with it, okay?
No budge on that bloody glamour.
Oh no, more of this farm business. Really, Snow?
Toad, come here.
I thought I made myself very clear.
I see how it is. Passed off to an underling, eh? Why am I not surprised? Well, you did cause what damage brings me in here, so maybe it's for the best. Just need a little bit of dosh to cover it. I tried talking to her about it, but it's like chatting up a brick wall, it is. Now, I'm sure you've got your own agenda, Sheriff, but I've taken a real wallop because of you.
I'm starting to think you don't take me seriously, Toad. How many times have I told you to get glamored up? You know that if you're out of glamour, I gotta send you to the farm.
Well, how about your friend the pig, hmm? Is he going to the farm too? Yeah? You thought we didn't know about him, huh? A worse-kept secret in Fabletown. For a friend, the rules will bend. That's a slippery slope, that is.
If we kill the Crooked Man before his trial, it will look
Oh, I see I've given you something to think about. Now let me add another log to that fire.
All right.
If you give me one more chance and hear me out, I see a way for me and me boy to stay. I'm not gonna ask for any more than I need. I just want to stay. So what do you say you just give me enough to cover me glamours and we'll call the rest a wash? Please, Sheriff, don't take TJ from the only home he knows. This old glamour rule is oppressive. I've done nothing wrong but look different. You know it's not right, burdening the weakest of us like this.
Look, I'll try to get you that money and get you another chance, but you have to understand, it's not entirely up to me.
Oh, thank you, Sheriff. I knew I could count on you to make me whole again. We get this sorted and I'll be glamour to the nines, I will.
I'm actually curious to see what he look like glamored now. I mean, I've been gathering up the money, so the dollar bills. Of course, now I've pissed off
Bluebeard,
Snow.
you want to talk? Now's your chance.
I've just made my donation funding this office, so direct your questions to Miss White.
Well, at least he's not trying to get rid of me.
He's not?
For now. Did you take care of Toad? I mean, I saw the way he left. I know it may not seem that important right now, but glamours are the law for a very good reason. You know that as well as anyone.
Look, I'll take care of it later. I told him we'd work it out so he'd get out of our hair. We don't have time to worry about that right now.
Bigby, what did I tell
If
you?
he's unglamored when this whole thing is over, I'll send him to the farm. No questions asked, okay?
Fine, we'll deal with it later. I know I should be asking how it got like this, but I just keep wondering why it happened. To Faith and Lily. You've seen his world. Do you have any idea why he'd want them dead? I don't know if the Crooked Man killed them with his own hand, or if it was one of his goons.
If there's one thing I figured out, it's that the Crooked Man is all about control. It's what he does with the loans at the pawn shop, the magic he peddles, chains, ribbons. Maybe Faith and Lily weren't doing what they were told. Or maybe they just tried to leave.
Sheriff, Miss White! I believe the mirror is repaired.
I have to say I have been better. But thanks for putting me back together.
I'm sorry, I have to know. Mirror, mirror, we're glad you weren't slain. Now please show us that sick creep Crane.
Yeah, I want to see where he's ended up, too.
You will get on that plane to Paris, and you will wait for the day the Crooked Man needs you. Until then, not a peep. Otherwise, I get to deal with you my way. So please, please disobey. Wait a minute. Someone's watching.
What just happened?
We pointed you in the wrong direction and looked at Bloody Mary's reflection.
Oh, her. That explains the sting. I'd rather not have to feel the pain she brings.
I love the rhyming.
So, let's not do that again, okay?
Looks like we'll have to track him down later.
You're right. We need to focus on the immediate threat, and that's the Crooked Man. Bigby, we don't have a lot of time.
Mirror, mirror, no time to pout. So, where does Crooked Man hang out? I don't recognize the door, but that's the Crooked Man symbol on it.
Hold on.
The door. It moves.
Yeah, Jersey mentioned that.
Wait a minute. I know that door.
That's Central Park. I don't know when it's gonna move again, but I'm gonna get there before it does.
Bigby, wait! When you get the Crooked Man, make sure you bring him back alive. He has to stand trial. We can't just dispense street justice. I know that emotions can run high, and you have your reasons to handle this a certain way.
I'll catch him and bring him back here, alive. And we can clean him and cook him together.
Good. I have enough to worry about here while I prepare the case against him. So I'm going to trust you to handle this properly. That is, if you think you're ready.
Of course I'm ready. I got no other choice.
Alright, it looks like we're at Central Park now. Before the door changes.
That's it, all right.
Do I kick it in or do I just open it? I'm gonna open it. And now I have to hop through. Oh, W. Run, 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 run. Uh-oh.
Tim, what the hell are you doing here?
Good evening, Sheriff. I'm here to take you to the boss. Thanks, by the way, for leaving off Tiny. I have to admit, when they asked me to watch the door, I wasn't sure what to expect when you came through that portal. I know you aren't here on a social call.
What is this place? Or where is it? I know I'm not in Central Park anymore.
I'm not sure. I've only ever come in through one of the portals. I don't think you can get in from the actual street. But you can't blame him for wanting to make it hard to find. I'm supposed to bring you right on in, so if you'll come this way. Look, this is the one thing I have to do. Please don't make this hard on me.
Fine, lead on.
Okay, so what is this all about?
Thanks for understanding. This is all I'm here to do, and I don't want to mess it up. I know I'm probably the last person you'd expect to be a guard.
You shouldn't be here, Tim. This place is dangerous, especially for someone like you.
It's not like that. Whatever you may think of him, he doesn't treat me like some broken little kid. I think he gets what it's like. He gave me a job, and I'm lucky to have it. This is the only option I've got. Just keep that in mind, maybe? Because if you and the boss go up against each other, the rest of Fabletown is gonna get caught in the middle.
Don't you realize you're not just minding the door? You work for that crooked bastard, your hands get dirty too.
It's not so bad.
Not so bad. Are you fucking blind, Tim? He's a murderer.
So you're telling me you agree with everything Crane does? A lot of us depend on him. Some of us never get to the front of the line at the business office. But he's there. We need you, but we need him too. What we don't need is a war. Hey, Sheriff, hold up. I gotta go in with you. Can't you just wait up, Sheriff? Thanks.
Am I some kind of a fucking joke to you? What did I tell you, eh? Stop laughing at me.
Oh, yeah? Mate,
Tell me who the fuck is back there.
it's the wolf
I don't exactly know. I just mind the door. The boss is there. I know that
Crane
much.
before him. I'm sure he will prove himself quite handy to have in my pocket. Either he's smart enough to see this is for the best, or dim enough to do as he's told.
I say he'd be more useful killed, skinned, and made into a rug for me to... What the fuck? Holy shit!
Yeah, that's right, boys. Who is this crooked man anyways?
I was wondering when you'd turn up.
I'm so sorry, sir. I had no
It's all
idea
right,
he would...
Tim. I shouldn't have expected the sheriff to give you respect enough to do your job. But you did fine. You can go now. You see, everyone in Fabletown has a role to fill. You just have to pay attention to what they need to help them find it. Why don't you have a seat, Sheriff? We have a great deal to discuss.
I'm gonna just take a little smoke here. What happened? That's the end of the episode!
I've heard stories about you. In the old days, how you picked off those men one by one. Oh, how they screamed. The wolf is coming. And they would wait, hiding anywhere they could squeeze their pathetic, shivering corpses. Some would just drop to their knees where they stood, close their eyes, and wait for death. And you'd give it to them. I wish I could have seen it. Oh well.
Alright folks, that is the end of episode number 4. Let's go through our player choices here. So, did you send Colin to the farm? So I agreed with the vast majority that decided he should not go. Oh. It looks like I was part of the minority that actually tried to remove her ribbon. Oops. Did we go to the right place? So it looks like we were kind of on the majority there as well. And as well on the majority for the sending Toad. And it looks like we were on the minority about lighting up a cigarette. But you know what? I figured that was in character because that's what we did at the butcher shop. So why not keep that alive? So that is going to do it, folks. That is the end of episode number 4. We're going to go ahead and let those credits roll. I let them roll for every episode because every time we played it, all these folks have put together fantastic work for it. We should applaud them for all of their great work. I'm YourGibs, and I'll see you for the 5th and final episode very soon. Thank you all for watching.